All right, very, very slow week, Christmas week, but I picked up a bunch of gold filled here, so we have just about 100 grams, but most of this is watches, so the dreaded watch band clips or caps I gotta pull off here. So I'll get this all stripped down, see how much we have there. I don't know. I paid $140 for this. We'll see if I paid too much for it or not. Go from there. Okay, took about an hour and a half. I've got pretty much everything peeled here. There's some unknowns in here. Just to kind of show you guys. So this says, oh, it's really small on one of the ends, but it says 20-10K RGP. So there's not caps on it that you can peel off. So I'm not sure what's going on with that thing. But the rest of this, the same thing with this. There's not caps I can peel off. So we'll see. Maybe just the bezel. I don't know. I'm hoping for more. Okay, so I have after peeling everything off, actually I have more than I thought I was going to. 60 grams. So there's our gold filled in a 500 milliliter beaker. I'll let this boil. We'll filter off what we get here in a little bit. All right, here we are after the first nitric boil. You can see that lip around there. Something was gold plated in there. But I'll keep at it. I'm filtering this out to catch anything I poured off. So I'll get some more water on this and more nitric and keep going. Okay, here we are after our second boil. You can see that little locket that was in there. It's got kind of cool, left the full shells from the gold filled in there. There's not much to it, but it is just a little sheet of 10 or 12 karat gold. So, yeah, you can see, no weight to it at all. But I'll get this rinsed off. I'm gonna get one more nitric boil here. Get off of there. All right, one more nitric boil. I'm sure I got all the base metals out as much as I can anyway. And then we'll get it dissolved. I just found it's kind of interesting. That's our first boil. It's got a little bit of blue to it, but it's actually very green in color. And here's our second boil. Very blue. Oh, I don't know. Just strange. And I had another burner die on me, so I may end up ordering another one of these. I have a feeling I've had two of these die now since I built the enclosure. So maybe I'll try one more. They're like 12 bucks. And if I have one more fail though, this thing has been a champ. And I think they're around $30 or $40. So, but there's our, grab this carefully. It's not too hot. Really messy dark green, can't see it all, but I think everything's dissolved in there. So I'll get this filtered off, see what we got. Here's what survived the aqua regia. So those bands were not gold, and there's some stainless in there. You can see I didn't get the caps off. I must have just broken the band, a few of those. That's the magnetic stir bar. Things are clumping to it. You can see the white in there. So, steel. All right, so plug up the first filter completely. So this is the second filter and third time through. It's still pretty filthy looking, which it's gold filled, kind of expected. But I'm gonna pour it off. I've already got some SMB in here. You can see at the bottom there. Hopefully you don't get a funky reaction. Nice brown color. Heck yeah. Hopefully that shows up. Let's see. Do this. Nice brown color. Hopefully you can see that. rinse everything out of here. I'm just gonna add a little extra water. Kind of helps separate everything. I used distilled water there just because it was right here. Didn't need to use that. A little bit more SMB just in case. All right. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I blocked the camera there. All right, gonna let that set for maybe an hour. I can see a nice gold reflection coming off of it already. Shows up in the light or not. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it. All right, I'll let that set for a bit. Come down. I don't know that it'll be clear with as sloppy as that. Extra sloppy for you. With the gold filled. But hopefully, I'll let it separate for about 30 minutes or an hour. I have some powder at the bottom I can identify as gold and get it cleaned up. I just poured this off. I assume there's too much SMB in here if it will settle. That looks like a lot of mud. A lot more than I was expecting. There's my pinky down there for reference. So I'm gonna dilute this again with water. Try to get a little clearer. Pour it off. Get it cleaned up. All right. Best light on here possible. There's actually a decent amount of mud in there. I'm guessing there's maybe 2 grams. Be really happy if that's the turnout on this. I guess we had about 100 grams, but there were bracelets in there. I'm sorry, watch bands. So more than I expected, that's for sure. I'll get this put into a much smaller beaker and cleaned up. All right, so we've got the gold cleaned up. I'm gonna redissolve it now. Marshall, get back. Get back, buddy. I don't want to touch you with this stuff. Get back. Back. All right. I've already got hydrochloric acid in there. Put her on a little bit of heat here. Don't need that much. Get this resolved, filtered, cleaned up, and then we'll get weight on our actual, look at that, taken off already. Our actual pure gold amount here. All right, resolved gold, filtering it out now. Looking much better. Okay, here's our cleaned up gold mud. Nice brown color to it. And actually I found this little stowaway that was stuck on the pour on the outside of my crucible. So I'm gonna add this in with the melt. So it's 0.274 grams. I just have to remember to deduct that from the total. You can see after everything's all cleaned up, obviously, we had a lot. This is much more in line with what I was expecting from that gold filled. I don't know. I'm guessing, hoping for 1.5 grams out of this. But I'll get this dried up, melted, and we'll find out. All right, there's our final little button. So it was 1.36 something grams of gold that I netted from the gold filled. You can see it came out really clean too, no frosting. Oops. Now it's gone. Yeah, the math is crazy. That's almost $200 right there. So I made, the math was roughly just $55 to $60, depending on the value of gold at the moment right now, off the $140 purchase. So I'm happy with that. Of course, I like the bigger melts. They're more fun, but I'll take $50 any day of the week. So I'll end it there. Again, if you're just getting started, let me know if you have any questions. I promise, if you make mistakes, I've made them before.